Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are around this beautiful world of ours. All right, we've got to get back into cryptocurrencies, looking at Bitcoin and, of course, the cryptos. Now, I'm going to look at Bitcoin first up in this video. Let's go to the macro play, then look at the short-term stuff, and then get into some of the trades as well on ETH, some of the lessons learned there, and then also take an update on MATIC and the entire cryptocurrency market. So make sure you smash up likes and subscribes. Let me know down below in the comment section if you've been making some trades and some gains. I'll show you some reviews from our members in just a second as well. Of course, there's the shill at the beginning of the videos, the Bybit links, $4,450 of sign-up bonuses, and also for that fiat on-ramp for the Aussies, SwiftX down below. Get your $10, a free BTC. Let's crack on with Bitcoin. So I've got first up, some rare signals at the ends of bear markets that we want to see to flip us to bullish. Yes, there is a lot of talk about being bullish. I know that. We see it all the time. But we want to see some stuff that actually happens in the charts. We want to see the facts in the charts, not just tweets about, I'm so bullish. That stuff doesn't really stand up in your bank account. You need to see some facts on the charts. So first up, let's look at this shorter term time frame, and we'll go to that macro play for BTC. We'll look at the weekly. So the short-term stuff here is the small-ish double top for BTC. Now, the play doesn't look like it'll work out to the 150% that I usually expect for double top. So it's the top to the bottom using our GAN extension tool. It's actually called the fib extension, but we use it in the GAN way. So top to bottom, 150% would be somewhere down around 19,000. So it's always possible, but it doesn't mean it has to work out. We need to have those stops in play if this is to occur, just in case it fills and then reverses. I'll show you that on Ethereum for confirmation of some sort of trade. Okay, so here is the downside. 50% would be around 22,600 for the short-term double top short play. But if that doesn't happen, then of course you need those stops in play. At the moment, it's a weekend, so probably not going to get that ton of volume that we really hope for to catapult the trades once they're entered. But what also looks like is happening here, which is why I'm not as sold on that downside, is for now at least, BTC holding up, getting higher closes, some of the highest closes that it's seen in the last 5 weeks, coming up 6 weeks now. You can see this day here on the 28th of July closed the highest that it has since the 12th of June. So we've got some quite high closes here and a flip on the support, which was resistance. So resistance back on the 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd, lots of resistance. The market has now flipped that and is holding above it. So why the market's holding up here now and not breaking through is because it's our major 50% level at 24,600. So if we can get through that, then we have a pretty clear run to the lows that were put in back in May. So that's at a rough price of about 28,500. So it leaves the door open for quite a decent percent to the upside, somewhere around 20%. So obviously between that range. Doesn't mean we have to get there, but we've got a reasonable good run to at least around that level, around the 27 to 28,500 thousand dollar level. So that's BTC on the short-term play is what I'm seeing at this point. But I want to go to this rare Bitcoin, or it's basically across any market, so you can learn this and then apply it to anything as well. If you do want to keep learning more about trading, go and check out our premium groups down below, TIA Premium. We've got a ton of reviews from the monthly mini lesson. The guys that signed up to the email list, again, links always in the description, you got that $100 off. And some of the stuff people have been saying about this recent lesson that we put up, this is about trading specifically and how to build trading plans. Monthly lesson right here, Introduction to a Systematic Algorithmic Trading. Wow, this lesson is exactly what I've been needing to give me some clarity on what I'm looking for when back testing, but also actually improving my strategy, making it more efficient. You're a legend, Michael. So Michael's my brother in that group. Just want to say as well, these monthly lessons are fantastic and excellent, exactly what I was looking for when I signed up. They're recommending it to friends. If you want to get involved and understand, learn about this stuff before we get to the next bull market and make some money in these bearish times, you know, these periods where the markets are going sideways, this is the time to be educating yourself because things aren't so chaotic. Thank you so much for this course. I was searching for one just like this, and I'm glad to find you. You're one of the amazing and truly one of the best mentors I've had in this field. So tons of reviews here that we've posted from members that have gotten involved with learning how to trade. Links to this in the top of the video description, the TIA Premium, or sign up to the newsletter for that $100 off to get into TIA Premium. That's available for the next 48 hours, coming up to 24 hours, okay? So that's our education. This is the long term that I'm looking at here for BTC using our swing indicator. What sparked my attention is the upside moves. We're looking at a 39% increase from that low that came in June. Now we want to see overbalances in price. You want to see price be able to increase more than what it has done on the previous moves to the downside. Why? Well, that essentially means that the buyers are stepping in harder with more money, with more volume than they have done in the past. They got more conviction that that's where we are going. That's what they want to see. I hope that makes sense. If we're getting bigger moves to the upside in a dollar value, then the buyers are stepping back in. This is called an overbalance in price. It's another rule from Gann. So Gann is the analysis that we choose to use here. It has worked for over 120 years. I am putting my faith behind that sort of thing. So what we want to look at next is just measuring the dollar values to the upside. So we're looking at the dollar values rather than just the percentage values for now. So this move to the upside, the first swing in the weekly sense, so we're looking at the macro play here. How much more are the investors coming into the space than they have done previously? In this case, 4,923. So the percentage is here at 28, and to the left, 4,900. Now, these other moves that we've seen on the way down are more than that, so $7,000. So I want to be finding something that eventually is more than $7,000 in a single swing. So what that looks like is if Bitcoin went from 20,000 up to 27,000, then we have an equal swing, which means that the balance is now shifting towards the buyers, because these lows can take quite some time. They take a long time to play out, especially on the macro chart. We're on the weekly here, so this could last till the end of the year. I don't think that we are just going to put in a low and then run to new all-time highs. It doesn't make sense in a market. So I'm not counting on that at all. So I'm counting the measure of the price on the move up within that single swing. So where has this worked in the past? Well, it's a rule that's worked for over 120 years, but if we want to see it happen on the Bitcoin chart, let's look back to the last two and just measure the price here. So you've got the low in March 2020. One big run up, $3,600. Now, all of these moves down were less than $3,600. So I'm not using the percentage because, of course, the percentage is going to be higher than the where the market starts at the higher prices, because it takes more to move it to higher prices, right? It's going to be an easier time to get a higher percentage from a much lower low. So the dollar value is what I'm looking at here, 3,600. All of these moves are less than 3,600. You can see it's $1,260. It's now 3,200. You've got some of these bigger moves here. These are going to be 3,200 again. But this was the only one that it was almost even. It's just $59 difference. So it basically equaled that run up. We put in another little swing, and then the market took off again. And that finalized the low point for that bear market. And the bear market ran from June down to March. So it was only about a 9 month, but it's still quite significant. It's still longer than what we have currently experienced in this 2022 bear market. And then you can see the rest is history. That was the overbalance in price, and that was our rare signal that we get at the bottoms of markets. Let's look back to 2018 before it went on this other mini bull market into 2019. So the move here from the low is $1,044. Now all it has to do is overbalance the previous swings in that period. All right, so the low here, that's only up $338. This next swing, it's only up $776. The next one here, $716. So this swing overbalanced all of this, and this puts in that rare signal at the flip of a bear to a bull market. It doesn't mean it's going to go straight up into new all-time highs. That's not the point. The point is to give you an idea of that first initial signal that the bulls are stepping back in. It can take months because we're on a macro play here. And you can see the rest is history. That's a pretty good run. If you weren't there, the emotions were very, very high and caught a lot of people out running into that top. So that's what I'm looking at moving into this next stage of the bear, or the next stage of hopefully the bull market. I still think we'll have to test some prices to the downside after this move up, 25, 28. Let's not kill the move before it's actually been killed. Let's go and see whether the move gets up to these 29K levels. Essentially, I'm just trying to throw in a little more hopium here. And that's what we're looking at for that signal. That's what I'm looking for next, is an overbalance in price. As for ETH, all right, ETH on the trade here, I want to mention that quickly because we were looking at this in terms of the double top that was put in just a day or two ago. So what I was looking at on that previous video was the top here, and then to my low, and then this swing top right here. And the market did start to trend down, and I was looking at targets, 150% about 1200, 50% as a rejection might have been around 1523. So obviously this never played out, but you need the confirmation for an entry. And someone asked that question on Twitter. There's the shield to my Twitter and Instagram. Got some Q&As over there as well. So links are in the description. If you use those, at least you won't get scammed or talk to some other scammer and waste your time. They're my only official links to Twitter and Instagram down below. That didn't play out on a daily because the signal on the daily is to wait for a daily close and then enter the next day as the low is broken. This is the sort of stuff that you'll learn in TIA in the premium section with all of the course material there. This is based on Gann analysis. So there was intraday a signal for a double top, but there was no entry signal to finish that move. There was no entry signal, which means there was no loss of funds. This is the sort of stuff when it comes to trading. We've looked at the macro play for Bitcoin. Now this is what it comes to in trading, and you can apply this to any time frame, any stock that you might trade, or any cryptocurrency. So there was no signal there. The market's moved higher. It's a similar sort of pattern to what's going on with Bitcoin right now, where it's holding up above those previous resistance levels and looking to put in a support level here around that 16 to 1700 before potentially going towards our next price target. So we hit price target 2 of about 1700. Next price targets are around these highs like we've been talking about, around 2000, 2100, 2200. There are a lot of highs here. So I would expect some sort of resistance to come in those low 2000s, especially because there's another 50% level there from this top, taking it off log. You can see that's what we have to move up to, that sort of run there. And if it happens to break that, or at least overshoot the mark, then I think around 2500 would be the next level. And it gives us time because obviously the merge is coming up and people are getting a little bit excited about that event. Lastly, on to MATIC and then the crypto markets. There's still a bit of upside here with any of these cryptos. And I think this is basically the trap that a lot of people can fall into with their crypto trading, because they're sort of expecting that this is it. I missed the bottom. You're still talking about there's more downside to come. Mate, I have been patient for years and years and years in the market. I don't need to rush into any of these sorts of bounces for a long-term hold. Remember, there's two differences here. There is the long-term trap and there is the short-term opportunity. I'm starting to see other people talk about buying in here, having their triggers in as buying DCA on some altcoins. Like my opinion is altcoins, we don't know which ones are going to make it. I would rather trade after the accumulation, the breakout, miss the bottoms. I don't care. I just want to make profits from altcoins. If you think you need to get the bottom, like that's a different story. But in terms of the traps, I think we might shoot up. We've got target price here too of 460 billion. This is the total market caps excluding Bitcoin and ETH. And then we have the next target of around 580 billion. So the market may run all the way up to that point and then get rejected and fall back again. These are all the possibilities which I have in my plan. This is what I am expecting to happen, and not get caught out feeling like I missed the bottom. Like I've seen this before. We saw it on Bitcoin in that the 2019 little bull market here. Everyone thought we were about to run off to the races again, and then it basically fell all the way back down, and altcoins fell even further against Bitcoin value through this period here. Altcoins got crushed again through this top. So maybe it happens again, maybe it doesn't. I am willing to bet, which is what I'm doing while I'm not dollar cost averaging for long-term investments into altcoins, is I'm willing to bet that this market will find a peak here at 460 billion or maybe even 580 billion. Maybe we'll go up to these lows here at 640 billion. And then over the course of several months, find its way back down and test some sort of levels back at 300 to 400 billion dollars possibly going a little lower. We'll wait and see. But there is tons of short-term opportunity for trading. Long-term traps are people getting caught out just trying to dollar cost average in and then buying and hoping for the best. I don't think that time is yet. The history has shown that there is plenty of times where the market pumps up over many, many, many months and then fades off again as that interest is lost and tries again, and then it gets the breakout. And that's what I'm expecting again for altcoins. Happy to be proven wrong, but right now the charts are not showing that. The facts right here are saying that we'll probably test some higher levels. Beautiful trading opportunities. Of course, there is a link to the Bybit $4,450 to sign up bonuses. Make sure you use those links for those sign up bonuses. And I'll see you guys at the next video looking at more crypto and Bitcoin updates. Also, links there. Go and check that out. That's the latest course that we've just got up there about trading, how to set up your own trading plan. Drop your email in there while you click that like and subscribe. I hope you're having a great day. Have a great weekend. I'll see you at the next one. Till then, peace out.